Okay, hi everyone. Good evening and welcome to yet another guided newspaper class. I am just waiting for more people to join. Now, you guys can let me know if you're here. Yes, Suraj, hi, Sumit, good evening. Okay, thank you so much for joining in. Yeah. Okay, so today's article is about how the Indian healthcare system needs to improve and why this particular lockdown has kind of emphasized on that particular need. Right now, if you're here, please just let me know on the chat box that you are here. Yes, anyone else who's watching me right now? Hi. Okay, all right. So, what I'm going to do, or what I usually do in these guided newspaper classes, is that I read the article aloud for you, and then we do some guided reading, as in, I help you understand the article completely. Okay. And after that, we do some guided speaking, as in, I kind of make you repeat these sentences and words such that you understand how to speak the language like a native speaker. Okay. And then we do some writing to help you again use the vocabulary that you learned for practice. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's get started with this particular article. So all you want to do is to just pay attention to me reading this entire article now. Okay. All right. Yeah. Great. Moving ahead, several states have done the inevitable, going into a strict lockdown for a fortnight to arrest India's calamitous descent into COVID 19 hell since mid March. The horror of sweeping infections, severe disease, and staggering death rates has made a lockdown a popular measure, unlike last year's imposition on an ill prepared nation. Public acceptance of restrictions comes with the realization that the threat to life from a mutating virus has aggravated manifold, although the spread of the scourge from about 9,000 new daily cases in early February this year to over 4 lakh in May was brought about mainly by wrong messaging, massive political rallies, and large religious events. After having been failed, what people now look forward to are measures that draw insights from crude policing but public health research. Unlike in 2020, the evidence is also stronger. WHO explains that SARS CoV 2 spreads primarily through respiratory droplets and aerosols produced when people cough, sneeze, speak, sing, or breathe, are within 1 meter of each other and also in crowded, poorly ventilated settings. Contact with contaminated surfaces poses another risk. Insistence on wearing good masks, distancing, and a prohibition on risky gatherings, such as in restaurants, malls, religious sites, oratoria, and on public transport, therefore, are essential. It is welcome that lessons have been learned and people were given time to prepare this time. Moreover, rather than shut out employment and services completely, home delivery services and some vending have been permitted. Tamil Nadu, which has commendably announced a relief of rupees 4,000 for COVID 19, part of it dispersed during the lockdown, should avoid big gatherings at ration shops, opting instead for e payments at doorstep disbursement. States should prevent crowding at shops open for limited hours by allowing door deliveries of all consumer goods and not just food using online services. Travel for emergencies must be facilitated without harassment. Next, for an exhausted medical community staggering under the weight of over 37 lakh active COVID cases and a severe shortage of medical oxygen and drugs, the pause in activity comes as a lifesaver. The lockdown window can help it manage existing patients while governments augment critical supplies. A slowing infection curve will give everyone breathing space in the coming weeks. although the heart-rending death rate may take time to decline due to the lag effect. A drop in vaccination rate poses a serious challenge and is incumbent on the center to arrange for vaccine imports or augment domestic production to scale it up. Testing access must also be dramatically increased by May end to assess the true scale of the pandemic. Without such progress, the lockdowns may yield only small gains since the opportunity to build the systems to handle another surge would have been frittered away again. A very powerful article now. So you tell me, how much did you understand of the article? Was this clear? Did you understand this article? Okay, nice. Akash, good evening. Poonam, hi. Shiv Kailash, yes. Did you understand the article? Good, nice, well done. Obviously, you understood from the tone of my speech, and also the words that were used were very obvious, something that you've been seeing every single day, and you probably know more than what this article says, right? Or you may have experienced it as well, or you may have seen people experience it. So there's nothing new about this article on a personal level, but it's just that we're reading it as a newspaper article, and we're trying to find out all the good words that this article had. Okay, so let's go sentence by sentence. Let's try and understand what each sentence means. Okay, yeah. So let's get started now. Several states have done the inevitable. What is inevitable? As in something that's unavoidable. You cannot avoid it. That's inevitable. Okay, going into a strict lockdown for a fortnight, 14 days. Fortnight means 14 days to arrest India's calamitous descent. Calamitous, something that has a huge impact devastatingly, as in it can take a lot of lives. What is a calamity? Calamity is something that's a huge, a sad thing that happens that destroys life and property. Okay, so calamitous descent. Descent is getting into something, into COVID-19 hell since mid-March. The horror of horror, I'm sure you know what horror means, something that's not very pleasant to see, something that's scary to see, right? Of sweeping infections, severe disease, staggering death rates. Look at these adjectives: sweeping infections. They're just infections coming and going. That's sweeping, continuously happening. Severe disease, people are having severe symptoms, and staggering death rates. As in number of people is who have been infected is to number of people who have been dying is very, very high. I mean, you can't really imagine the ratio. That's staggering. Staggering is huge. Okay, has made lockdown a popular measure. Unlike last year's imposition, imposition is the process of imposing something, as in process of forcing something on someone. Okay, imposition on an ill-prepared nation, right? Got it? So that's what it means. Unlike last year, imposition, as in you are enforcing something on some people, right? Public acceptance of restrictions comes with the realization that threat to life from a mutating virus. So public acceptance of restrictions, as in all of us have accepted that we have to be restricted to wherever we are. And it comes with the realization, and then you know by now that the threat to life from a mutating virus, something that's changing itself constantly, has aggravated, has worsened, has increased manifold multiple times. Okay, so the threat to life, the risk to life from this mutating virus has increased into an unimaginable number. Okay, although the spread of the scourge, as in again the virus or the disease, from about 9,000 new daily cases in early February to over 4 lakh cases in May, right? Was they know that Public knew that this is the problem. I mean, this virus is definitely a problem, but this person who is writing it feels that this daily rise from 9,000 to 4 lakhs in May is not just because of this virus, was brought mainly by wrong messaging, massive political rallies, and large religious events. Okay, so that's what he says. This is what he feels, the writer feels, that after having been failed, what people now look forward to, as in people feel that they have been cheated, they have been failed, as in their expectations were not met. What people now expect to look forward to, expect, are measures that draw insights not from crude policing, but public health research. So, what people want is not saying you stay inside, wear a mask, punishing them for not wearing a mask. That's not what people are looking for. People are looking for insights on public health research. What is happening in public health research? That's what they're looking for. Right now, there's a comparison that this person is making. Unlike in 2020, not like 2020, the evidence is also stronger. WHO explains that this particular virus spreads mainly through respiratory droplets, aerosols, produced when people cough, sneeze, anything, basically by opening their mouth within a meter of whoever is there, right, in a crowded or a poorly ventilated settings. Poorly ventilated, imagine a closed AC room, like a big marriage hall, like maybe an examination hall, maybe a closed room just like this. You're not allowed to, it's not ventilated, windows are not open, the AC is on, the room is shut. Obviously, you are inhaling what the other person is breathing out, right? That's poorly ventilated. That's the problem. WHO told that this is the problem. And secondly, contact with contaminated surfaces that are dirty, surfaces that are not so clean, poses another risk. Insistence on wearing good masks, making it compulsorily to wear good masks, distancing, and a prohibition ban on risky gatherings such as restaurants, malls. All of these is essential, is important. Okay, so I'm sure by just reading half of this paragraph, we have learned a lot of good words, haven't we? Right? Let's just go back to what we read. Every sentence has a great word, and these are not words that you won't understand without me telling you. Inevitable is something that's unavoidable. Calamitous is something that's very, very dangerous. Descent is to get down to something, get into something. Okay, staggering is huge. That's staggering. Imposition means to impose something, the process of imposing something. Next, aggravated, manifold. Aggravated, increased. Manifold is by multiple times, right? Again, moving ahead, we also learned about this: contaminated, anything that's dirty. Insistence, the need to make something a mandate. Okay, prohibition, ban, that's prohibition, right? Now, also there are some great phrases that we learned. Look forward to, that's a great phrase. Maybe nothing else apart from that, but yeah, look forward to, that's the good phrase that we learned. Poorly ventilated is also a good collocation here. And yeah, I think that's about it. Moving ahead with the article. I hope you're with me until now. I hope you understood what the article is, at least until whatever we have covered. We are here. We're about to start it right now. So what about the rest of the article? The previous ones are fine, no problems at all. Okay. No, great. Nice. So just pay attention to the words, and if possible, write them down. It always helps to write new words down, because you will never remember what you learned after this class is over. You will probably forget it. Okay, that's not how it should be. Anyway, let's move ahead and let's understand this article further. It is welcome that lessons have been learned and people were given to prepare this time. As in, the lockdown was not just announced 4 hours before the actual time. People were given time. Moreover, rather than shut out employment and services completely, home delivery services and some vending is to sell. Okay, that's what it means. Tamil Nadu, which has commendably, what is commendably? Means something, you are talking about some kind of an effort that's very good, commendable, commendably announced a relief of INR 4,000 for COVID 19, part of it to be disbursed, given, or credited to their bank accounts during the lockdown. Okay, and also this, they should avoid big gatherings at ration shops. And these people, the government there has, what they've done is they have enabled e-payments at doorstep, or they have also allowed for disbursing that 4,000 rupees at the person's doorstep. So that's why, that way they're not stepping out and they're not gathering in front of the ration shops. Okay, states should prevent crowding at shops open for limited hours by allowing door deliveries of all consumer goods and not just food using online services. So what this person feels is that don't have food delivery, don't just have that. Also have consumer good delivery services. Have that. And travel for emergencies must be facilitated without harassment. You allow people to travel without harassing them, saying, "Why are you traveling?" Right? That's something that this writer feels. Now, Sumit, it's not that I have good English and you don't, right? Don't feel discouraged. It is nothing to feel inferior about. You have to learn, and this class is for you to learn the language. Learn it. Okay. Anyway, moving ahead. So someone asked me incumbent. I read that word, but I'm not sure where it is. Let's still find that out. So incumbent is that pressure to do something. So it's incumbent government, as in it is kind of pressurizing the government to implement a certain thing. Right? Okay, so that's with the article. Let's just do a little bit of guided speaking now. But were you, or did you not take note of these words? Let me know. Take note of the words that you learned here. Did you do that? Okay, nice. Okay, good. So let's do some guided speaking now. Good, Suraj, Sumit. Nice. Glad that I helped you. So let's do some guided speaking, as in you're going to repeat these sentences after me. And this is actually even more important than just writing down words, because now you are going to convey the point of the article in your own way. Okay, so the article was written with some intent, and you're going to put that out in your own way. Okay, and this is what will help you. Okay, so just try noticing the stresses that I'm making, and I will try my best to tell you why I'm stressing on a certain word. But you have to understand that, and you have to implement that on any further article that you read. Okay, and whatever words that you had written down, those, the meanings of those words will help you understand why that word is important for the sentence. Hence, you cannot just improve your language by practicing a lot of speaking. It has to happen with a lot of gaining new words, I mean adding new words to your vocabulary list. Right? Anyway, so let's move ahead and start with some guided speaking. several states Several states, I'm stressing on several there. Yeah, several states have done the inevitable. Okay, just try repeating after me. I will take questions. Okay, Akash and Sumit. Yeah. All right. Several states have done the inevitable. Going into a strict lockdown for a fortnight, to arrest India's calamitous descent into COVID-19 hell since mid-March. The horror of sweeping infections, severe disease, and staggering death rates. Do it the same way. Has made a lockdown a popular measure. Unlike last year's imposition on an ill-prepared nation. Public acceptance of restrictions. Comes with the realization that the threat to life from a mutated virus has aggravated manifold. Although the spread of the scourge from about 9,000 new daily cases in early February this year to over 4 lakh in May was brought mainly by wrong messaging, massive political rallies, and large religious events. Okay, notice how I am stressing on the adjectives here. And also, when you pronounce these words, aggravated, manifold, realization, ill-prepared, the D sounds have to be soft. Don't put a lot of stress on the D sounds. Okay, it has to be read along with the other word, aggravated, manifold. Right, the D sound has to be soft. Don't emphasize on the D sound a lot. Okay, moving ahead. After having been failed, what people now look forward to are measures that draw insights not from crude policing, but public health research. Unlike in 2020, the evidence is also stronger. WHO explains that SARS-CoV-2 spreads primarily through respiratory droplets and aerosols, produced when people cough, sneeze, speak, sing, or breathe. Breathe, not the TH is very similar to the DH sound, okay? Breathe, or are within 1 meter of each other and also in crowded, poorly ventilated settings. Okay. Yeah. Contact with contaminated surfaces poses another risk. Okay. Insistence on wearing good masks, distancing, and a prohibition on risky gatherings such as in restaurants, malls, religious sites, auditoria, and on public transport are therefore essential. Okay. Okay. So that's it with the guided speaking. I think we've done enough today. The article itself is slightly heavy and it contains a lot of these less common words. We will stop here and we'll try and frame some sentences with whatever words you learned. Okay, so what I want you to do right now is, instead of doing guided writing, as in I ask you to write sentences sometimes, I am going to ask you to write sentences with the words that you learned. Okay, that's going to be easy, right? So I told you what staggering means. Staggering is anything that's huge, that's disproportionate. Okay, so that's staggering. Now think about staggering here in this way, in this sentence. Staggering is used as an adjective. It describes death rates, right? So there are infections, but there are also a lot of deaths happening, right? That's staggering. Now you think of a sentence with staggering and let me know in the live chat. Okay, try framing a sentence with the word staggering. That's your word. Go ahead. Okay, Suraj, all right, all right. Yeah, anyone, a sentence with staggering used in the same way. Okay, great. All right, great. I am looking forward to some sentences right now. Now, I'll also give you an other word, aggravated. Aggravated is worsened, increase in something, increase in the effect of something, usually bad. Okay, so has the pain aggravated or has the pain come down? That's the usual question that people ask. Okay, that's how it is. Now, both these are your words for today, aggravated and staggering. Okay, all right. Now let's see how many of you actually frame sentences with the two words. Okay, that's good, Shiv Kailash. No, you can also use it for others, Ajay Teja, not this. Okay, COVID-19 impact has been staggering in 2021. That's a good way to write it. Staggering is your word, and the next word is aggravated. Okay, right. Okay, wonderful. Has staggering mortality rates. Okay, good one, Akash. Nice. Okay, anyone else who wants to post their sentences? Meanwhile, someone asked me how to enroll into these IELTS coaching classes that I have. Now, Sumit, I'm also leaving the link to the admissions form on the chat box. You can please fill that out, check the programs out, and tell us which program you are really wanting to enroll into, we will contact you and help you understand those programs in detail. That's how it works. Okay, so I'm also leaving you with the link to the admissions form to my advanced programs. You will find that in the description of every video that I post everywhere on Instagram, on YouTube. You will find that everywhere, right? Okay. People on, okay, maybe Sumit, your right sentence should be the number of people in the vaccination centers is staggering. Okay, it's just huge. A lot of people are coming to the vaccination centers for their jab. Yes, correct. Good. I understood the intent, but it was written slightly incorrectly. Okay. Anyone else who wants to give a sentence with staggering? Also, a good one will be aggravated. Think about aggravated too. What has aggravated something? Needn't be COVID related. It can also be, yes, the number of cases aggravated in May in comparison to what it was in February 2021. The COVID symptoms are aggravated day by day. Aggravate day by day. Niharika, present tense. Thank you. Sumit, we will call you. I'm not sure when you fill the form. Maybe just fill it out again. We will call you very soon. Okay? Yeah. All right. And for anyone else who wants to be a part of our advanced programs, you can fill up the admissions form. And the admissions form will have details to my programs, all the price details included. You can just express interest and we will call you. Okay? All right. Now, if there's anyone else who wants to post their sentences, please do that while I sign off. I'll see you on Wednesday with another article with a new set of words. Yes. So until then, what you will do is you will read such articles and try and develop your own vocabulary. Right? You cannot be dependent only on the guided newspaper classes. The guided newspaper classes are used to set that routine of reading for you, but you cannot only depend on them. Yeah, so that's it about today's guided newspaper class. It was nice having all of you. I'll see you on Wednesday again at 6 p.m. Just subscribe to our channel if you haven't done that yet. Please subscribe to the channel so that you receive alerts whenever we go live. Okay, all right. Bye bye then. Have a good day.